Hello, hello. This is Samara, your feminist alchemist, and welcome to Grounding into Gaia, episode 3. These are timeless, so whenever you come across it, it is meant for you to hear, and I just put numbers on them, so yeah, to give them some order. But otherwise, you can watch them in any order that they come. So, if you are feeling this video, give it a like, thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to the Feminist Alchemist channel and click the bell to be notified when I upload. So today's channel comes from the Pleiadians, who are very present in all of our lives, whether you are aware of them or not. I am quite aware of them. They are a very chatty bunch, very friendly and very loving, and always have a lot of guidance for us. And love us just as we are, with all of our kooky, crazy humanness. And totally understand, the challenges that we face from day to day with trying to see things from a higher perspective, elevate our consciousness, pull ourselves out of negative thought cycles, and what we deal with noise pollution, the pollution of ideas, like overwhelmed with lots of input from media and such. So I was very happy when they decided to come through and just talk about the body for a bit, because when I started grounding into Gaia to begin with, it was basically an expression of grounding all of that higher chakra, higher frequency energy into the earth, and what that means at this stage of our development as a collective. So I'm going to let you watch the channel, the channeled message, to be specific, from the Pleiadians about the body. And then we'll come back and I'll have a few reflections. And then, as you see here, we also have a pick a card reading for after. So for now, here's the channeled message and enjoy. Welcome, dear ones. We come to you today with messages, insights into your human form. These messages may not be new to some of you, but with all of the distractions and inputs you have in your world, you may have forgotten. There is a deep-seated, ancient distrust between you, human, and your form, your body. And this has made it easy for other agendas to hijack that which is innate to you. What do we mean? We mean you may listen to what is the latest fad, the latest fruit or vegetable, their superfoods, the latest treatments, when the reality is that your body is always signaling to you what it needs. And each body is as individual as your personalities. There is no one formula for every body. Now, yes, there are advancements in your science and in your understanding of the body that give a basic, fundamental method understanding of how your form functions. And this you can take and evaluate within your own system. You are the highest authority on what is good for your body. As your body is much more than the composition of its cells that we see as twinkling stars. Ailments you may have can stem from great emotional trauma, blockages in the chakras, past life experiences in your ancestral lineage. Tell us, dear ones. Why should one authority know better than you? One authority that is looking at the human form as a clump, as one body, as opposed to many bodies that make up oneness. And so you are not mirror images of each other. You are each other, yet uniquely designed. Honoring yourself means honoring cravings, understanding where those cravings come from. Some cravings may be what you call emotional eating. Some cravings may be your body detoxing. Other cravings are when your body will benefit from a compound chemical, magic, energy, vibration in a certain food. And this is most seen when you crave living foods. You can be sure that your body is craving some of that plant's magic. The greatest form of honoring your body is tending to its needs. Is there one formula for how much sleep or when you should sleep? No. Guidelines, yes. However, allow yourself to be a unique being, a unique body. You are somebody and everybody. Yet, the unique expression of oneness that you are in your body, that is what anchors you in the earthly plane. It is your vessel. It is the part of you that is part of nature. Hence why we wanted to come forth today in this grounding into Gaia. There is no grounding into Gaia, grounding into the earth, if you cannot appreciate your body as part of nature and tend to its needs by honoring and listening to its signals and not overriding those signals with your intellect or with opinions external. This is an expression of self-love. It perplexes us as well why one would take pills to digest certain foods. Is it not a signal that your body does not appreciate, does not gain from the consumption of a certain food when you have issues digesting it, or when you are not energetic after, or if it gives you a rash. This is not to tell you that you are somehow in a body that is abnormal. Your body that is inhabiting your spirit, that is housing your spirit, simply has different requirements for working at its optimal function. We say that again. Your body, your body's dietary needs, signals, are information as to what it needs for its optimal functioning as the home of your spirit. You are spirit. Your body belongs to your soul, not the other way around. And so your soul is to care for your body and your brain. Your brain that thinks it knows and has read an article about kale or chia seeds or we love you so, and we love your investigative mind. We love your searching. We want to encourage you to search within. The information is there. And to honor the individuality of your needs. This message today, we feel, yes, we will come again. Today is mostly about food and the signals. We would love it if you would just start there and understand whether you're eating certain things because that's what people eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or if you're eating things that nurture you, provide you nutrition, provide you energy, provide you joy with its colors and its sweetness and its sour. Do you eat and experience, or do you eat mindlessly? We leave it here today, for now, and encourage you, if you are experiencing summer or winter, wherever you are on your planet, to enjoy what comes from nature in this season, the fruits of the earth, of the season where you are, that you are experiencing where you are now. And see how those fruits, vegetables, living foods that arise from the earth at that time of year, how it nurtures your energy in alignment with the season. We love you dearly and wish you all the best. Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed that channeled message and that it resonated with you. As I was shuffling these cards for the pick a card reading, this card came up as kind of an overarching energy. So I'm just going to read from this first, kind of as a summary / addition to what we heard in the channeled message. Okay, so I'll just have to grab the book, because I'll just read it straight from the book. This is the Pleiadian Oracle. In the middle of all star systems rests the central point of our universe, referred to as the galactic central core. Known throughout our societies as the birthplace of consciousness, the central core is where life is born and time returns to a complete standstill. It is here where we return as brothers and sisters to the infinite love that makes us whole. This core is not just a distant metaphorical celestial body that one needs to leave their body to experience, but an accessible gateway that we, the Pleiadians, often connect with for higher guidance and recharging our energetic system, similar to how you, the Hues, sun gaze with your star, Ra. In receiving this card, the loving light of the galactic core has come your way to remind you that love is your home. It is a necessary time to pause in the motions and reconnect with self-love, self-care, and release. Whether an Epsom salt bath, getting off technology, or walking in the woods, this card is requesting that self-care and compassion towards the self be a priority. As the light of the galactic core soothes any recipient who experiences her grace, so too does self-love heal the human in a world full of tension. Know you are loved. Now go love yourself. Summary meanings here are relax, letting go, self-love, self-appreciation, self-kindness, go easy, don't force, and arriving. Yeah, so that gives a good little wrap-up of the messages that we heard in the channeled message. And the notes that I wrote about my experience in the channel and what I heard is ultimately, the first point was there is a deep distrust of the body and our individual ability to care for our body. And the Pleiadians say that this is not, we're not individually to blame. It's almost a collective wound, if you will, a collective disconnect from the body. And it has made us susceptible to, whatever other people tell us our bodies need, which may or may not be the case individually or collectively, as we've come to know. Over time, we learn that different things have different long-term effects on our bodies that we, didn't know in the beginning. First thing that comes to mind is like how long it took for people to realize that cigarette smoke was dangerous to the body, right? So, and what was the second? The second was, how can I honor my body? What signals has it been giving me that I have not been listening to? So, and then the third is discernment between cravings will help you serve your physical vessel better. So all in all, I feel like we experience dis-ease when we ignore the body's signals, as our body is a 3D beacon, and it's the one part of us that's really firmly in the 3D world and sending us physical signals in that dimension. So we need to be able to hear those signals clearly, and we can't hear those signals clearly when we clog up the system with things, and in the channel is mostly about food, with foods that take up too much of our body's energy. Because then it sends other distress signals, other than the signals that, are made for your intuitive survival, for example. It's more giving signals of, I had too much food, or this food is too heavy, and you have other discomforts or other dis-ease come up in the body. And then what came to mind for me was I don't function well on dairy. And it's not just simply lactose intolerance. It actually, at worst, can make me go through like a depressive state. It slows down my digestion. I feel sluggish, and I start to feel very moody. And those like enzyme pills, lactose pills, only relieve some of the physical symptoms like bloating and the physical discomfort, but the energetic symptoms, they remain for me whether or not I take some enzyme to process lactose or dairy. So I just avoid it completely, right? As much as possible. And, you know, there's people who, if I go to a party and there's ice cream or something, and I say I don't eat dairy, they say, well, you know, you could take pills. And I still have to honor the fact that, yeah, there's some people who would like to take pills to enjoy ice cream, for example, but I would rather find an alternative. So I have a great recipe for coconut milk ice cream, for example. And so I get the fresh, creamy sweetness without the, you know, negative effects that dairy has on me energetically. And that is a form of me honoring my body and a form of love to say, like, what my body needs is a priority. And I feel that was one of the main messages that came through, especially with number 3, discernment between cravings and understanding where your cravings come from, what they... Oh, is it habitual? Do you just have a craving for chocolate before bed because you always eat chocolate before bed? Sorry, that's me. I'm the one who needs a piece of dark chocolate like right before I go into my bed. And yeah, or is it your body signaling to you like, hey, I need more water, or I need more sour, I need more bitter because of the nutrients and the other nutritional value that comes with things that taste that have that certain taste, right? Okay. There is a book I'm reading this month, published back in, I think, 2003 by Barbara Marciniak. It's not a new book, but the Pleiadians recommend it if you haven't read it. And if you have read it, to look at it again. Yeah, it's called Path of Empowerment, New Pleiadian Wisdom for a World in Chaos. Oh no, it's from 2008, it seems. I have it on my Kindle reader, so I can't show you the book itself. Yeah, I'll put the name of it in the comments though. So, and that's, I don't get any affiliate links or anything for it. It's not a promotion. It's just knowledge that I've been prompted to share. So let's move on to, oops, I always hit the table. Let's move on to the pick a card reading. I hope you enjoyed this little channel and reflection. Yeah. See you in the next segment. All right, so we have a pick a card reading with the galactic core and our channeled messages as guide for the collective, and I've been guided to give you 3 options today. So these are all blue apatite, which is a nice contact crystal for the Pleiadians. There's others, but this is the one that I was drawn to today. So in pile 1, we have a blue apatite sphere. In pile 2, we have a blue apatite, we'll call it a pyramid. It's a triangle / pyramid. I'm doing this reading on the 7th of July, by the way, so Sirius and Pleiadian energies are super high. Yeah, I don't know, I just, when I held the pyramid, I just got transported. So, and then we have a lovely blue apatite palm stone. It's so, in this light, I wish there was, I was doing this a little bit earlier in the day because you'd be able to see the blue a little bit more, but all beautiful crystals. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and I will give you a 1-minute meditation to make your choice. Hello, Pal One. Welcome to your, what shall we call it? Well, Pleiadian message for the body, whenever you come across this reading. So you chose let me just make a little adjustment here. Yep. You chose the blue apatite sphere. Once again. And I just got a prompting to maybe say a little bit about blue apatite. So yes, blue apatite. The properties that they'd like me to highlight is that on top of it being like a balancing of positive and negative energies and dream work, psychic abilities, looking into karmic patterns and past lives, it is very good. It's associated with healthy eating. It's been credited with suppressing hunger and raising the metabolism. It's generally supportive in healing glands, organs, soothe headaches, overcoming self-consciousness. And it just has a generally uplifting energy. It's really good for also connecting to like future versions of yourself. So what they want me to highlight in blue apatite is its relation to the body, and not in a superficial way, like I want to look this way, which may be part of your desires, right? But it's also about, I want to feel this way. I want to be energetic. I want to feel sensual. I want to feel comfortable in my body. I want to feel comfortable with, trying new things in my body. I want to be, push my physical abilities. They just showed me, like, for example, I've never done a cartwheel. I've never been able to do, well, okay, in all honesty, I don't think I've tried a cartwheel since the age of 18 or 17 or something, just because when I was young, everyone was doing cartwheels so easily and I was always, not getting it. So, maybe you want to throw yourself into a new physical activity, pile one. And because I think for every pile that I talk about, they'll give me a little bit different spin on what the blue apatite really represents. And the fact that you chose the sphere has this energy of it being a very holistic effect in your life right now, whenever you're seeing this. So, and I'm getting you're going to see places where you can, just from the Galactic Core card and the blue apatite sphere in itself, I'm getting that you will see more and more places in your life where more self-love is needed. Like you may feel it's only in one area, but it's going to show up in several areas. Like they want me to do like this. Like all around you, you're going to find, and it's meant to help you be more centered in this core, galactic core, this stream of like you are a divine loved being. And that includes the vessel that you have been given for this lifetime. So I've pre-shuffled another card from the Pleiadian Oracle and also a couple tarot or I think you got 2. Everyone else got 1. From Dreams of Gaia. Ooh, energy work. So we have energy work. I don't want to block that card. Let's move this over here. How you think about your body is actually, and how you feel in your body is permeating more areas of your life than you are consciously aware of. Through the consciousness and the discernment that the Pleiadians have encouraged us to pursue in the channeled message, just by that attentiveness, you are going to find areas in your life where you're putting yourself second and putting your physical needs second. You may be too polite at like dinner parties, for example, where you don't want to insult the host, and so you eat something that you wouldn't normally eat. There's a partial understanding to that, but we're in a point in our evolution where why does honoring someone else mean dishonoring yourself? Right? And we also have to be careful of those relationships where people expect you to compromise on what's best for you in order for you to do what's best for them. That's not even to say, we're not talking about situations where it's about the collective good where, there has to be a middle ground so that everybody can benefit. These are like relationships where you want to sleep and people convince you not to sleep. Why are you, you're a party pooper, or, you don't like to drink and people want you to drink because you're a party pooper. I don't know. But these type of, where people don't honor that you have to be the sovereign keeper, caretaker of your physical form. And that may or may not have any bearing on like what word do they want me to use? Like a societal value. So, for example, you may not eat a lot of meat, but it has nothing to do with animal advocacy. It just has to do with how you feel from eating a lot of meat. You may not drink at all, or you may not drink a lot not because you have a religious reason or a spiritual reason for it, but simply because you don't like the way it makes you feel. And the Pleiadians are saying that a lot of issues arise in the world when people deny themselves what makes them feel good, and ignore it for the sake of not making waves. That is something that completely turns into, like, manifests itself as disease, dis-ease, nagging pains in, they're saying, like, especially around the throat chakra, when we don't express our needs or we cave easily on our needs, then, and around your throat chakra is also your thyroid and everything that governs your metabolism. Shouldn't say everything, main thing that governs your metabolism. And they're saying that this is, we see a lot of dysfunction, either overactive or underactive thyroid, because of not expressing our true wants, needs, and desires, and our true feelings in the moment. I don't like this. I like this. So the energy work card comes to you to tell you that how you feel in your body affects how you move through life. And if you want sustainable change in any area of your life right now, pile 1, you need to focus on how and if you are honoring yourself. And if you can I'm listening, sorry. Look in the mirror and not be critical of yourself, but admire yourself. You need an energy of admiration in your body. And some of that also has to come not just from looking at it, right? It's about feeling as well, doing things that make your body feel uplifted. And this is, they're going to food because food is, we eat several times a day, right? So what affects our body more intimately than what we put in it? You especially, pile 1, want to look at what you eat and why you eat it. And if it's simply a habit that I know it's not good for me, but it tastes good, or I know it's not good for me, but I can't live without it. It's not, they also are encouraging you not just to have a mental evaluation about whether or not it's good for you based on what you read or what you think it's doing to your body. They actually want you to feel what it's doing to your body. So if you can't, there's a lot of people who've cut out coffee, for example. If you love coffee, like I love coffee, then there's a difference between enjoying that 1 cup that's really good, that's, you have at a certain time of day that you really appreciate it, and drinking it like mindlessly throughout the whole course of the day, because it's like an addiction and you don't know what else to drink for energy or, everything in moderation, and enjoy it for what it is. So I'll go back to the cup of coffee. You like the smell, you like the warmth, the taste, whatever it is, have it and enjoy it. But there's no need to have 10 if you get the enjoyment off of 1, right? Because your body will enjoy that, appreciate that, and then signal you for something else, right? So this is where the discernment comes in. And they're giving me the example of coffee because it seems a lot of you in this group are having issues with like energy. Either you have like way too much and are not sleeping well at night, or you don't have enough to get through your day. And that's why with this sphere, like holistically throughout your whole life, all areas of your life are affected by, your energy level and whether or not you feel up to going out at night and possibly, or going out to a summer barbecue or winter barbecue, depending on where you're living, and maybe possibly meeting a new person. A lot of changes in your life for you, pile 1, revolve around how you are, like how much energy you have to pursue opportunities that are presented to you. So let's look at your tarot. I'm just going to ask, this came in the reverse, so I'm just going to ask if I should take reverse. Yes, they want reverse. So we have the 10 of air and the sage, which is number 7 in reverse. Oh, so what I have for you, Pal 1, it is time for you to really stand in your individuality. If you eat weird things, eat weird things. And weird is subjective completely. You know, you may tend to, your body may prefer a food or a cuisine, let's just call it a cuisine, that's different than the culture you were raised in, for example. Or you may be living in a country that's not the country that like your ancestors descend from, and you find where the food where you're living does not nourish you in the way that the food of your people, your ancestors does. This is what you need to figure out, and this is what you need to stand in. And I find that, and the Pleiadians are also finding it strange, that people are so judgmental around what other people eat or how people eat. And they want to know why you eat that way. And it's not enough to just say, I just like it or don't like it. Okay, you're strange. You don't eat white bread. You don't eat butter. Everyone likes fettuccine Alfredo. How could you not like Alfredo sauce? Like these type of things. Why is it so important? Yes, food is gathering. People celebrate with food and such. But wouldn't there be a much nicer celebration if everybody was also nourishing like their spirit with the food that they eat, right? So you need to be able to stand in that firmly, whatever that may be for you, because I get the sense that with the sage in the reverse, you have a lot of external, what's the word I'm looking for? External noise about how and what you should eat and how you should treat your body. I'm going to get some clarification on that. And you're definitely taking a back seat, like you're letting your inner wisdom take a back seat, but you know what would be good for you and for your constitution, but your lifestyle, I don't even get that your lifestyle doesn't support it. I get that the people in your life don't support it. And, you know, we always have to question why, how much power we give to people who don't really appreciate what it means to be free. And what it means to allow someone to be. And you don't even need to allow them to be. Like, that just should be a natural, you know, a given. Who don't want you to be, I'm trying to get the words. I don't want to make you like wait while I talk in circles, but I think you know what I mean. You know, it's part of people wanting the best for us, right? Part of them wanting the best for us should be like us being able to feel at home and happy in our bodies and not constantly fighting as if, you know, fighting to either fit in. They said to me, be normal. So someone out there, it's like, why can't you just eat normally? So I hear that someone's family or someone saying that to them. And you are normal and extraordinary all at the same time, right? Normal is what's good for you, is what they want you to know. So you got 3 major arcana. So it's a major theme in your life, it seems. And even if you came to this reading not really thinking like that this is a major theme in your life, it really seems your ability to feel at home and healthy and happy in your body is a big milestone for you, will be a big milestone for you, and maybe even more challenging than you anticipated. It may go much deeper because we have Strength card. It feels like there's also an internal battle. You may have internalized a lot if you had weight problems in one way or the other, or any type of body image issues, which we all have in some shape or form. Most of us anyway. And every time I get this card, they say like the dragon is also your friend, because the dragon is that nagging thing that tells you that you're out of alignment. Nagging yet a loving entity that tells you that you're out of alignment with your highest self. And that tells you that it's still, that there's, you've created a monster inside of you, and this monster seems to be made out of everyone else's opinions and things you heard, and possibly some false information you got about your physical constitution, your health, or, once again, like I always have a disclaimer, this is not any substitute for going to a professional, but all I can say here is that if you had a diagnosis of something, and you've been trying to find a way to live with it, but it's not quite working, you may need to get a second and or third opinion. Especially, so if you went to a holistic practitioner, go to a more mainstream one. If you went to a more mainstream one, go to a holistic one. You get all of the information that you need, so that you can make a decision for yourself. Because this is all about, what's under the surface. And some of your, I'm going to go like this, quote unquote, ailments are psychological / emotional / spiritual in nature. So really, you're the only one who's going to be able to identify or bring that to the surface. If you work within a spiritual circle or have a spiritual practitioner, Reiki, channeling, tarot, that you can go to see what's affecting you. That could be a route you take. You could also just ask to be shown in a dream or in a meditation. Because the moon is telling me that there is something hidden that needs to be revealed. And it's actually not it's not doom and gloom. It's much more simple than we make it out to be. It actually is. It could be as simple as what are they giving me? They're giving me the taste of vinegar in my mouth. Like they're showing me like sauerkraut and apple cider vinegar and stuff. So it could be as simple as you need more, of those type of like sour foods in your diet. Do you want all 3 of these? Yeah, they do. So, or it could be as simple as you're holding on to a childhood memory of someone saying something to you that made you feel like not at home in your body, or that there was something wrong with your physical form. it's all fixable, they say. And it's all part of your learning. So I'm going to get your final oracles here. You have 3 of them. We have light. They're saying that this is kind of this is from the Earthcraft Oracle. And they're saying that these cards are kind of like prescriptions for, they're calling it galactic prescriptions for your health and well-being. Run with wolves. Oh, that's interesting. I just saw a wolf in my meditation before. No, last night. Run with wolves and birch. Interesting. So whether it's winter, no matter if it's winter or summer where you are, taking in sunlight, and this is coming right by where the galactic core card is set up here. So taking in sunlight is going to give you a nice revival to your spirit. They're saying, like, for example, if you work indoors, getting outside during lunchtime, even if the closest you can get to outside is like sitting by a window, then do that. There is energy for your body, for your cells. It activates, they're saying it activates your cells, and it activates your body's ability to heal itself. Run with wolves. You are part of a pack, but you're also an individual. And this is coming up like in the Run with Wolves card and the Birch card. It just feels like you need to really stand up for what makes you feel good, who you feel good being around, and not intellectualize away your feelings and your impulses. This goes beyond food, they say. Starting with food is just one of the most practical ways to kind of get in touch with, getting used to honoring the signals of your body. Be a maverick in your own way. You know, this is not about convincing people to eat like you or be like you, but it's about saying, I'm allowed to be myself and nourish myself how I feel is necessary, or how I know suits my constitution the best. And the Birch card is saying, yes, set those boundaries, but it doesn't mean you have to cut off people who don't agree with you. Just respectfully, you know, it can harden your heart sometimes when people don't understand you and they also don't seem to want to understand you. This is something that you may have to heal from, pile 1. But you can teach people how to treat you by honoring yourself. And that may be a little bit of an uphill battle if you're used to people pleasing and putting yourself second, but it's time. And your long-term, like, your body will thank you for it. They say it would not be long before you start to see the difference in how you feel, and that difference also translate to how people treat you. The star is at the center of this reading. Right? You are very aware of what is beneath the surface. and how to care for yourself. You just have to let that be your reality without waiting for permission from other people for it to be your reality. All right, pile one. So I didn't think it was going to take 30 minutes, but it did. And I hope that it resonated with you. And I will see you next month at another episode of Grounding into Gaia. And until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now. Hello, pile two. You chose this wonderful blue apatite pyramid. So let me tell you a little bit about blue apatite, or at least the points that they would like me to share with you. Blue apatite is really good at balancing the metabolism, suppressing hunger, works with the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. So psychic abilities, communication of messages is great for past life, digging into past lives, but also connecting to you like a future self. So just feeling into this particular shape of the crystal for you, pile two. I'm feeling that we're looking at blue apatite's ability to raise, to clear the chakras, raise Kundalini energy, and to stimulate like your energy reserves. I say that with a kind of a question mark because I feel that more information will come when I flip over these cards as to which properties of blue apatite most apply to your reading today. Ooh, mothership. Okay. Because literally every time I looked at it, all I saw was this point, and now it's like, yeah. So I'm getting here. Your body, pile two. It's about being grounded in order to facilitate your connection to your star family and to your psychic abilities, grounding your psychic abilities into the physical realm, raising your consciousness through working with your body. Oh my goodness. Spacey. So I'm going to flip over this card. So we have the Two of Water or the Two of Cups. Oh. So what I'm feeling for you, pile two, is that, I feel a lot around sexual energy and divine sexual energy, like as in reaching spiritual heights through sexual experiences and through physical experiences, like that may be not just sexual, but I'm getting sexual. Obviously from this card here. And there's so much blue going on. So much blue. If you are looking for love right now and are like you feel that someone's out there for you, or you're wondering if someone's out there for you, your delving into self-love is right now the most important thing that you can do in your quest to either improve your relationships or find a new relationship that really honors who you are. Because if you're not honoring who you are, then how is anyone else to honor you? Oh my goodness. I have to plug in before the battery dies here. Just one moment. Okay, we're back. I don't know if that on my screen the light was like gone, so it may have been dark for a while for you. But yes, let me get back into the stream. There's a lot of love coming down from your star family. You should send some back up as well. But the best way that you can honor the divine really is to care for yourself, and not in a superficial way, but in a really I love myself as I am type of way. So, like, for example, they say even people who you think are perfect, they don't think they're perfect, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't do half of the things that they do to themselves, right? to make themselves look attractive, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with beauty products, beauty routines. In fact, beauty routines are encouraged, but it's about simply honoring your physical self. Now, as we said in the channel, it mostly came about in terms of food. I'm not really feeling an extension of that energy through this part of the session or this reading for you, Pile 2. Maybe it will come out in the additional tarot I pull, but we got the Two of Cups again. The Tower in reverse, and Temperance. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups. So I needed to look at the bottom of the deck so I could really get better clarification of what's going on. The Two of Cups twice. So the mothership has a partner for you if you're looking for a partner. And if you're not, they're sending you a big dose of self-love and balance. Everybody is dealing with self-love in this reading. I mean, all three piles, but in different ways. And there are some habits. The Tower in reverse is telling me there's some habits that you're still holding on to that are just like, honestly, they're just blocking. They're just blocking. Like, there's no reason for them to be there anymore, except for likely your fear of letting them go because you don't know what's going to come after. But because they're showing me the Temperance card, like just emptying this cup and putting it into this cup. Once again, 2 cups, right? And I'm feeling that this is, I'm not going to put, I am going to put all my eggs in one basket at this point. And that basket I'm choosing to put it in is the basket of the divine. And that is it, right? because I feel that you know exactly where you're headed, at least energetically, like you can feel it happening. But some of you may also have some codependent relationships happening where your partner is less healthy and you feel like being healthier. Now, they don't necessarily approve of the word healthy, because of all of the connotations that surround it in our world. One partner is not nourishing and nurturing themselves with as much awareness as you are ready to, for some of you who are in a relationship. So some of you are really growing out of certain relationships, but something about codependency is keeping you stuck. And they say, like, we know that it's difficult to say goodbye to things where you've created comfort. However, comfort is not necessarily happiness, and it's not necessarily the highest place you could reach, right? And from going from one level to the next, there has to be movement. There has to be, there's always a part on a journey where you're in transit, right? And you're between comfort zones. Your comfort zone is changing. And actually, it seems that your comfort zone is changing to something that, where going back to the old is no longer comfortable for you, but you don't necessarily know how to shed that yet. And at this point, they're saying, you don't even necessarily have to know. What's important for you at this time is just to maintain your commitment to treating yourself and your body in the way that you know is most beneficial for you. So once again, this could be sleeping patterns, eating patterns. If it's summer where you are, there may be a lot more parties and outdoor things where there's more alcohol, and so you're drinking at a more regularly than you feel is good for you. I'm also getting the cue of ask, what should I do? What feels good to me? What will best serve me at this time? And honoring that, even if people may be a little, sorry, I'm going to stop shuffling so you can hear me. Even if you feel that you may be disappointing people, and if you are in something codependent, or you tend to get very close to people and you feel you're empathic, you can feel their draw on you. You have to also realize that people who are not nurturing their light are drawn to people who are nurturing their light. And so, but you don't necessarily owe them anything. You your responsibility to yourself is to continue nurturing your light, right? Especially if you're in like a relationship where you used to do all those things for yourself and now you've fallen into not. You have to remember, like, that person was drawn to you because of your vibe, and your vibe was supported by the fact that you loved and supported yourself in a certain way. And so you should be, that space should still exist for you to do that for yourself. You may have to create it, and that may push a person away. And then that person wasn't for you. So, fine. Other scenarios that could be happening here. There's some specific people who are in a codependent relationship that's not serving them health-wise. Because remember, we're on body here. So health-wise is not serving you. And they tell me like that, for someone out there, drinking is really a part of it. Because there's like, we have the Two of Cups twice, and then in his Temperance card, she has 2 cups. And not all Temperance cards have cups in them, right? Just in this deck. Well, I shouldn't say just in this deck, but in this deck it does. And so you have 6 cups here. 6 cups. Right. There's a lot around what you drink. Could be alcohol. Maybe you're not getting enough water. Maybe someone doesn't agree with you purchasing water when there's perfectly fine water from the tap, but tap water doesn't sit well with your belly. Or, if the smell of something turns you off, then you shouldn't be drinking it. And I have brands of bottled water that when I smell it, I'm like, no, I won't drink it. So, I'm pulling some final oracles, I think I lost something. I'll have to go looking for that one. Okay, I don't think I lost one. It looked like something flew like way off the table. So let's see what we have for our final oracles. We have the Shift, number 38. Soul Loss, number 29. And Prophetic Dreams, number 21. So, I see a lot of, you're definitely leaving something behind. There's something better coming, which is why your star family is so present. There's a big shift coming that will remove you from a lot of the circles that you now call home. But this is also, I'm getting from this card, yes, your dreams at night are telling you something, but there's also, you've been asking for a change. You've been dreaming of something, of a certain type of relationship, of certain experiences, and it's coming to you, but you can't have that end what you have now. And the new you also you're upgrading, going through a vibrational shift, and your new vibration requires a different diet. And that change, you sticking to that change in how you feed yourself and how you care for yourself will reveal deeper, let's say, disconnects or discords in current relationships and current structures in your life. It seems like such a little thing, but because it's such an everyday thing for us, you know, what we eat, when we eat it, who we eat with, it's exactly like that change of something that's so habitual will reveal bigger discords that have been under the rug for a long time, it seems. Okay, pile 2. I feel like there's something else to be said because they keep bringing me back to this 2 of Cups here. Yes, look to this. Because like this 2 of Cups is almost what's going. You know, yes, they're sharing from the same cup, but in this, they're sharing their cups, but in this, it's like they're one mind. And unfortunately, that ain't serving you right now. And this could be a lover or a friend, it could be a family member. And they also said it could be attachment to a version of yourself that you never were. So take that out, it resonates, but they wanted me to say it that way. Or attachment to a goal you may have never reached, or a version of yourself that you wanted to be but never became. But they're saying that you never became that person because you weren't meant to be that person. So this person is what you have to look forward to. You do, however, have to fully step into your new vibration in order to come to this place. Right? So self-love, talk to your star family, go within yourself to talk to them because you're them, they're you, as well. Stargazing is also very nice. And take note of your dreams. Take note of your dreams, like as in the ones you have at night, and also take note of your dreams as in what you dream for yourself in your life and what you have dreamed for yourself. Because really wanting it, really getting it does require that you let other things go. Yep. Yes, they say, that's it. That's it. Pile 2. It was wonderful. And I wish you all the best. I will see you again for the next grounding into Gaia. And until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the blue apatite palm stone. Blue apatite is works wonders for the body and the metabolism. It rules the third eye and the throat chakra. It develops psychic abilities, regulates, did I already say regulates your metabolism? Balances all the chakras, works well with creativity. You can go into your past lives and also connect to future versions of yourself. So it's just an all-around awesome crystal, but the Pleiadian family wanted me to also explain like why Apatite came up for this particular reading. So we'll see what the shape reveals about you and your reading in a moment. As far as the galactic core goes, with self-love and taking care of yourself, like Blue Apatite is a very good companion to that message, as it also eases sorrow and anger and irritability, emotional exhaustion. It's been associated with healthy eating, and it's good for healing the glands, encourages the formations of new cells. So it's a great companion to our galactic core card. I've pre-shuffled a couple cards for you, just 2, and then I'll shuffle the rest on camera. So for your Pleiadian oracle card, we have Ashtar. And then we have the 9 of water, or 9 of cups. Oh, all of these readings have a lot of energy going through them. The Pleiadians. I'm listening. I'm getting that in this pile, like Ashtar, Commander Ashtar is basically a great leader. And I feel that you are to lead by example, and that many of you who ended up with pile 3 were really, really drawn to this card, or to this crystal. I'll tell you a little story. I have another crystal in Blue Apatite that's shaped like a heart, and I wanted to use that crystal, but they wanted me to use this one because they said that the heart would not draw the right people to this pile. Now, I believe that, the same reason I was drawn to the heart would be probably the same reason other people would be drawn to the heart. Like, oh, it's heart-shaped, I really like that, So not necessarily a call of the spirit, but just because that's what the eye is drawn to. And this is, just a flat little stone. And it's like, if you really ended up coming to pile 3, then it's like you went the more humble route and found greatness behind it. Because even look at how the 9, look at the beams of light, right? So I feel that you're being called to step fully into what you believe about your body, or about the body. Some of you may be actually downloading wisdom from the Pleiadians, even. Or from your galactic family, ascended civilizations, about the body that's meant for us to learn from, right? So it's essential that you are able to stand out or stand firmly in your belief and understanding of how the body works, and how to nourish and nurture it. Blue Apatite is really coming forward as an emotional healer as well. So you may find yourself getting into better balance in your body by improving your health, by relieving yourself of emotional burdens and emotional issues. And your process may very well lead other people. No, they're saying that I should rephrase that. Your process, if that is a process that resonates with you, please document that process and share it with other people. And you may also feel to take the next step and actually organize it into something that you can package and provide for people for energetic exchange in the form of money, to help them through that process. Because remember, the throat chakra and the thyroid are one, like they're in the same area. And when we have unspoken truths, unspoken emotions, it also weighs on our thyroid, which governs our metabolism, which then puts weight on our bodies. So we're literally carrying the weight of our emotions. And other people, it works the other way around. The emotions are like eating them up. Their thyroid becomes overactive and they can't put weight on. So your experience of healing your body through healing your emotions will be one that it's like a lesson that we're ready to learn. Some have already learned. It's a lesson that there's a whole group of awakening souls who are ready to hear that message. And you, if you chose pile 3, may very well be one of those messengers. Well, they don't say may. You are one of those messengers. So it can start with a blog post. It could, and just journal for yourself. Just document it for yourself. It doesn't have to happen from today till tomorrow, but if you pick this pile, your emotions are affecting your physical health, period. And they say that you are more than capable of healing yourself. And if you document that journey, you will help a lot of other people as well. This is the second time in a row that someone has, anyway, I'll show you in a second, gotten the same card. So, because this is the 9 of Cups, you got the 9 of Cups again at the center of your reading. Then we have the Empress. Well, sorry, first we have the Empress. Then we have the 9 of Cups. I chose this deck because of the skeletons, because I figured that it was like the best representation of the body for me for this Page of Wands. And the 10 of Wands came out together. So I'll put the two of them together. Okay. The Empress is a master of her emotions, is she not? Not only. She also knows how to protect herself, to wield her power. But part of her power is knowing when to engage. And people will force you to engage as if you owe them a response. And the reality is that you don't owe anyone anything. Especially if they're trying to pull you into toxic BS and drama that you're already over. Just like, yeah, I'm over it. You can grab a mirror and talk to yourself. So, right. Sovereignty for you is very important at the moment. The Nine of Cups in both cases feels like you're just so close to an emotional breakthrough. I feel like you actually may be feeling pretty good right now. And they don't want to discourage you from feeling good. So if you've already been through the cycle and you're feeling great and you've done something to get from a place where, I don't know, you were very unhappy in your body and now you've come to a place of acceptance and thriving in your physical form. Page of Wands. It's like he's holding a scroll. They pointed to me that he's holding a scroll. They really want you to write it down. They really want you to document it in some way. And perhaps even try your hand at guiding other people down that path. Even if you don't feel you're all the way there yet. Right? Even if you don't feel you're all the way there yet. Because the Ten of Wands is telling me that I feel like you are further along in this evolution than you think you are. Some of your criteria is not yours, and it's not the divine's either. Like the divine really could care less if you're a size 6 or a size 12, or if your hair is, pixie cut, or if it's long. It's, there's certain things that really are your personal preference and are really not a measure of your worth at all. So there still may be some of that needs to be cleared up as far as you have come. So what I'm seeing, this may be someone out there, but I'm seeing someone who used to be like their whole life has been what one will say overweight, or they've been bigger, like heavier set, and they never felt comfortable in that body and they've lost a lot of weight. But regardless of the physical transformation, there's still some emotional lingering and they still are overly critical of themselves based on other people's standards, other people's beauty ideals. And it's a burden. It's a burden, and it also makes you believe that you're not ready or equipped to advise other people. There will always be jackasses who want to minimize your feats, your accomplishments. And the divine and your Pleiadian family wants you to know that that doesn't have any bearing on how they see you and on your actual, like, streaming down from the galactic core. You are love. So there. Okay, I'm pulling your final oracles. Probably get like 3 of them. So we have womb, ceremony, it doesn't feel to come out. Do we then get a last card? Okay. Seer. I'm just doing a quick shuffle again to see if I have, and darkness. Okay, because 2 came out there, I figured 2 would come again. So, womb. We could take the literal meaning first. If you want to have a child, paying attention to your diet is going to be a very important factor. But I also have that some of you are bringing some wisdom into the physical realm. Ceremony. Please take time to continue honoring yourself in physical ways. So adorn yourself, bathe yourself. Make sure the clothes you wear are reflective of how you want to feel, or how you feel. And once again, I'm getting here with seer and darkness. I feel like you can see people through a dark period in their life because I feel that you have had that journey. You have had that journey. And so that just is a great gift that you can give others. They're showing me also like somebody posting little recipes on Instagram. You know, different like smoothie recipes or making homemade spreads. Someone out there is like really good with, natural foods and herbs and helping people understand that, you know, it's not a punishment. You don't have to be on a detox diet to eat vegetables, right? Right. These are actually like great foods that give you energy directly from the planet, right? Is there something else to say? No. Oh, wait. Sorry, my ears are ringing, so maybe there is. They want me to say that if you chose this pile, like this is probably the least chosen pile out of the 3. Which is why they kind of gave it a more humble crystal, because they wanted to make sure that you're really drawn to this. And if you're drawn to this, please take the message very intimately, because some of you hearing this, I hope you're even still here, because maybe you already thought this doesn't apply to me and you went to a different one. But it does, and I hope you come back and listen and hear that part, even if you think this is not you. If you look a little deeper, you may find that it is. So pile 3, I'll leave it there. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again in another reading. And until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.